channel, and today I'm going to be doing how to increase leg flexibility for beginners. I do a lot of contortion and extreme flexibility, so I get asked a lot of questions like, where do I start? And I'm totally not flexible. Where do I begin? So I thought it was about time for me to do this video, so let's get you flexible right now and let's get started. The first stretch we are going to be doing is the hamstring stretch. So we're going to put our feet parallel and farther than shoulder width apart, and we're just going to bend down. And this stretch stretches the backs of your legs. And even if you can't touch the floor yet, that's totally fine. But if you can, that's great. And you can also go as far as you want. Just make sure that every time you're doing this stretch, you get further and further. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. Now we are going to do the exact same step, but to each leg. Let's start on the right side. We're going to hold this one for 10 seconds again, and make sure that you keep your feet parallel. Don't let them go out and in, because that'll just hurt a lot more. And also make sure your hips sway this way, because that is just incorrect. Just don't do that. Alright, now we're going to go to the left side. We're going to do the same thing. Don't let your hips sway. Keep your foot parallel on it. Actually, hold your foot like this because it keeps it from going anywhere. Alright, the last stretch to this sequence is another hamstring stretch. We're going to keep our feet hip width apart and parallel. We're just going to bend down and we're going to hold this one for 10 seconds too. Make sure your feet stay parallel. And even if you can't touch your toes yet, that's completely fine. But if you can, that's amazing. Just make sure that you're getting further down each time. Okay, that is the last stretch to the sequence. The next stretch is butterfly. We're going to put our feet together, and now I realize why it's called butterfly, because you can like flap your wings, but don't do that. That's not good for your hips. Just let gravity do the work. Alright, we're going to lean forward. Don't put any tension in your hips. Just let them fall down and make sure that your back is lengthened, and we're holding this one for 10 seconds too. Ooh. Let's butterfly to flexibility. Oh, that was good, dude. Okay, on to the next stretch. Moving on to lunges. We're holding each position for 10 seconds. Have our front leg bent, back leg straight, parallel foot, hand on each side of your leg, and posture straight. We're holding this for a couple more seconds. Now we're going to straighten our legs. Make sure that our hips are like headlights to the wall. Keep this foot parallel, and again, one hand on each side. Try your nose to hit your knee. We're holding this for a couple more seconds. Awesome. On to the next side. Always do everything on both sides. We're doing the exact same thing. So remember, one hand on both sides, back straight, and we're holding here. Make sure your hips are square to the wall. Oh, you should feel that burn. Couple more seconds. Now we're pushing back. Make sure that your hips are completely square like headlights, and try to touch your nose to your knee. We're going to hold this for a couple more seconds. Make sure that your front foot is completely parallel and one hand is on both sides of your legs. Couple more seconds. Alright, awesome. In this next stretch, we're going to lay on our back. We're going to put our feet together and lay on our back. Now we're going to bring our knee up to our chest. It is totally fine if you're only here, but if you're here, great. We're just going to hold here for a couple more seconds. Peppa, what are you doing here? Weird. Hey, editor, that's not Peppa. Now we're going to straighten our leg. It is totally fine if you're here. I'd rather you be here than here with bad alignment, your hips up and it's completely turned in. So as long as you're stretching and as long as you're pushing yourself, you will get to your goal. We're gonna hold here for a couple more seconds. Great, moving on to the next side. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but on the other side. So we're going to lay down and bring our left knee up. Just give your knee a big hug, wasting 10 seconds, because I don't know what to say, so I'm just gonna say give your knee a big hug, couple more seconds. Now we're going to straighten our leg. Make sure, if your leg is here, completely fine. Make sure that you have good form though. We don't want you to go like this and have bad form and then like basically waste your time on stretching. So make sure that you have good form because you can actually really injure yourself. Couple more seconds. Great job. The next stretch we are going to be doing is called a half split. You're just going to do exactly what it's called, a half split. You're gonna bend your knee in this way, and we're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Make sure that your hip is up like this, that it's completely down, and that your back knee is straight. We're gonna hold this, make sure that your headlights are again towards the wall, just like if you were doing a regular split. We're gonna hold this for a couple more seconds. Now we're going to lean forward. Keep exactly what you're doing, just move your chest. Oh, this one feels good. Make sure that your back leg is straight and your feet are pointed. Go as lengthen as far as you can and hold for a couple more seconds. Now that it's been 10 seconds, we're going to arch back for 10 seconds. Make sure that you are completely the same, just arch. Couple more seconds. Okay, good job. And as always, repeat on the other side. We're going back to our split. And we're gonna hold here for 10 seconds. Remember that your hips are head lengths. And your back knee is straight, and your feet are pointed. Holding here for a couple more seconds. Now we're going to lean forward. It's always good to breathe slowly so that your legs just your hips start to loosen, and it makes it so much easier. Make sure that your legs are completely the same, just bending forward. Reach as far as you can, and we're gonna hold here for a couple more seconds. Now we're going to arch back. It is okay if you're only here, but if you can go further, that's great. Hold for a couple more seconds. Now we are going to do the splits. If you can't do a split yet, don't worry. You can grab a pillow or as many pillows as you need, and you can just do the split, but over the pillow. So it still stretches you, but it's not as hard as you trying to hold yourself up without falling in. All right, so this is how you can do it. I'm gonna do a regular split though, so. All right, we're gonna hold here for a couple more seconds. Keep your hips square, and one hand on both sides, because if you put your other hand, it's just like cheating. So both sides, point your feet, keep your back leg straight. Couple more seconds. Now we are going to lean forward. If you can't go all the way down, that's completely fine. You can put your arms here as long as it's stretching you. Hold for a couple more seconds. Now we are going to arch back. Even if you're not all the way down, completely fine, as long as you're stretching. A couple more seconds. Awesome. Go back into the splits. And remember about the pillow, if you need it. We're gonna hold here for 10 seconds. Couple more seconds. Now we're going to lean forward. You guys are probably gonna be a little sore tomorrow, and that's completely fine. Just don't push too far to the point that it hurts really bad. Couple more seconds. Now we're going to arch back. Just make sure that your alignment is square. A couple more seconds, you got this. This next stretch is what I call a reverse lunge. This is what it looks like. Make sure that your back is flat over. Your goal is to get your nose to touch your shin. Well, I hope your feet don't stink, because that would stink. Literally. Couple more seconds. On to the next side. We're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Remember, flat back, and try to get your nose to touch your shin. Couple more seconds. Perfect. The last but not least stretch is the middle splits. You can do a middle split like this, but we're gonna do it like this. But don't worry, if you can't do this, we're gonna use our pillow method again. You can use as many as you need, as I said before, and you will look like this. But just because you have a pillow doesn't mean you can fall asleep. Don't fall asleep, please. You just want to make it to the end of the video, right? One more second. All right, congratulations! You made it to the end of the video. Pat yourself on the back. If you are really dedicated to increasing your leg flexibility, then I recommend that you do this video once every day until you reach your goal. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you. All right, bye. Love you, dolls. Mwah.